good morning. And being this is going in the Wake and Bake playlist, hi, in more forms than one. Tom MacDonald, Rolling Stone, Act 1. So last time we visited Tom in the Wayback Machine, I believe he was 3 sheets to the wind, throwing shit around in a back alley while Brandon was taking and marking up the whole film in the craziest schizophrenic manner he could. Interesting, crazy. Didn't hate it. Didn't hate it at all. Thought it was this look into early Tom is super interesting because we all know where he got to. I don't need to pull out the little blue book to explain the importance of being able to reflect on some of his changes or transitions. It resonates with choices I personally have had to make, and I think a lot of others have. So that's why we're here. That's what we're doing. From the thumbnail, this must maybe we're going to deal with his heart now. I don't know. I have no clue. Well, there we go. We know where we're at now. It's yeah, it's still a different Tom.
Fill the ashtray up with blunts all weekend. I fill my bathtub up with ice and tequila. Fill the whole crib up with cigarettes and bitches. Had a threesome with some strippers. Woke up with some stitches. I know the boys on this rock star shit. I know I'm headed for some Cobain shit. Rolling Stone. With grades like that, man, he could have been an astronaut and been just as high. Rolling Stone. With a home like that, man, it could have been anything, yeah. But you chose this life. Couple weeks out on the road and you begin to feel different. You're in Paris, then in London, then in Berlin with some bitches. Then you make it back to LA and you do not know the difference. And you fly back into Canada and drink because depression got you fucked up in the head. Lying in your bed, sleeping while some pretty girl is trying to give you head. I know the boys on this rock star shit, I lit the whole damn club up on a Sunday afternoon. And on Monday morning, got a hotel room. And on Monday evening, man, I waited till the group came. Then the very next night, had the club going up on a Tuesday. Rolling Stone. With grades like that, man, he could have been an astronaut and been just as high. Rolling Stone. With a home like that, man, he could have been anything, yeah. But you chose this life. Rolling Stone. With a face like that, boy, you could have been president, yeah. But you're just as bad. Rolling Stone. With a heart like that, man, you could have been anything, yeah. And been just as sad. Rolling Stone.
It's a good spot. That Cobain line, that's dark. That was dark as hell. Um, but then we've already seen other dark ideas. So, I mean, I'm not gonna because I'm not a, you know, I'm barely hog. You know, what I mean, I like Tom's music. I got a couple shirts. I'm not there yet. I'm not. I don't have the something I discovered doing reactions is the more music I discover, the more it fills me inside, the less I really need to know about the life of the artist. Um, that being said, this is a little different because his transition. Uh, I mean, honestly, mostly I just hope my artists aren't getting nailed for something creepy or gross, so I have to stop listening to them. Um, Accepting the fact that we are flawed, you know, broken creatures is has been easy for me from the beginning. So I totally cool with not cool with that. I wish we weren't, but we are. Um, to watch it play out in front of me, it's very interesting. And the main takeaway from going back in time watching his whole career is good for him, especially with maybe you live this way. Maybe by this time in the future, he wouldn't have worried about Billboard. He'd be all up Billboard. That they you know they'd have him for. So I think everything he just got done talking about in that song is the stuff they use against you to get you to sign on the dotted line. Now you could do yourself in with it too, but let's say I think you do yourself in with it, you get caught up in the lifestyle, and then they just find your weakest point, and that's where they invade and get you to give up your rights to them. Next thing you know, you working for the man. And instead of complaining about the satanic industry, you part of the satanic industry. So I don't know. It's all weird to me. Very interesting. Let's get to part two here. We're still on Act One. I don't know. I've seen him do this in one other video so far, so I'm just gonna see where it goes.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone. Hey, it's me. Just at the venue right now. Just getting ready to go on. And I really wish you would have picked up. Been having a real hard time out here lately. Just been drinking a lot, smoking too much, not sleeping, not eating right. I feel like it's starting to catch up with me, you know? Man, it would have been real fucking nice to hear your voice. I don't know if I'm in such a good place. Anxiety is just out of fucking control. Just depressed. Just drinking. I just really wish I could have heard your voice. I still... wearing that necklace you made me. I just keep looking at it every time shit gets too heavy. Ah, fuck. Alright. I gotta get in there. There's people waiting on me and stuff. I hope everything's good back there. Just keep me in your prayers. I just want to get there in one piece. And I love you lots. I can't wait to see you. Alright, bye.
It was really long, but it gave me, it was weird because of the music and everything. Real Pink Floydy feel here with, which one is it? Is anyone home? There's no one answering. No, there's a man answering. Sounds like there's a man. It makes me think of that song. I can't think of it. I'm not a big Pink Floyd fan, so who would have thunk? Reference them all the time, but I'm just, yeah, it's a little too. I don't know. I don't need to be that chill. Um, but that's what I did think of that. This is heavy. I really am grateful to be watching the back stuff, knowing where we ended up. It's very cool. Heavy. Okay, anybody been with me for a while now? If you're just here for Tom MacDonald, Rolling Stone, this probably ain't gonna make much sense because I don't know if it could be on Rumble. But there's a Reverend Horton Heat song that's entertainment, and what you just saw here is literally the darker version of the same story, the same trope, the same idea. The you have to go on. You have to pay. You got to you go out there and do your act, no matter what's going on right there behind the curtain. The moment you walk on stage, ta-da! You are up, ready to go. It's sort of like dragging your ass out of bed and then just pushing record in a much smaller scale. Small scale. In no way do we internalize any sort of greatness with that statement. Just, it's the truth. And my honeys all the time is like, what did you do? This. Hey, man, I rolled out of bed and hit record. And you turn it on. Um, Now, I'm lucky enough that, well, actually, I think this is the perfect time and place. What's the difference? Except scale. His is a much grander scale. He started out from the bottom. You start out from the bottom. Own all of this. At this point in his career, what, he couldn't have just kept his mouth shut? Wrote, obviously, he didn't just want to write do Xannies and wake up in a ambulance song, right? This is that whole, I mean, if we had any, with the hip hop, with the rap, it's been about consistency and messaging the whole time. Have they been have they been trying to sell us chains or help us chase dreams? Um, and I think I've been pretty clear on that, how I feel. So I mean, yeah, I think Tom wants us to look at the deeper side of things, which I respect. It could be superficial by this point, right? But it isn't. That's a pretty good takeaway for me. To be continued. Well, yes, it will. Interesting. Hmm. I might do the next. I don't know. We'll see. Take care.